Item number 4, Meyer.
I don't think I'm quite as tall as the last few fellas that stood up here. All right, just a quick rundown on the projects that we have ongoing in the city right now. The first item is the sewer rehab phase 1 project, and this is the last time y'all will see this on the list. We have used up all of the $1 million in principal forgiveness that we got from CWSRF. That was the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. So that project it's in final completion, and the contractor's still under his warranty period, but the money has been, all of the $1 million has been spent. The phase 2 project is still ongoing. The only items that are left remaining are the Delta Queen lift station, which they have some problems with, and equipment delivery, and they're working on, probably going to be here tomorrow, to try and get the electric pumps, the new pumps started up. And also the generator at the Bosworth lift station has not been started up. We're waiting on the gas company to install a meter, but other than that, the major work items are completed. We expect substantial completion to be issued within the next couple of weeks. The airport improvements, or the Advertise construction, has resumed work. They have completed all of the earthwork activities and have installed the stone base in preparation of laying the asphalt around the apron areas. The contract time for this project is 90 days, and they really have just got started back working in the past month, as y'all all well know, so they're about probably 25 to 30% complete. The 2010 street improvements project, we expect Diamond B to be back within the next week or two to correct the striping. I believe most of the other punch list items to be corrected have been completed. They're currently in the 45-day lien-free period as well. The industrial park street improvements, that project, we got the cooperative endeavor agreement signed at the last month's meeting. It's currently in construction. Due to the time of the year that it is, and also we have to go through FP&C in order for the plans and specs to be approved, I doubt that we will be able to begin construction before the winter months hit, so we're probably going to wind up starting this early spring of next year. It's still a possibility that we might be able to, depending on how long it takes FP&C to review it, but we're probably looking at the early spring of next year before we start construction on that project. The last item on the list is the 2011 street improvements project. This is just a continuation of the ongoing street improvements projects we've had going for the past 4 or 5 years in the city. The first portion is the utilities portion, which is basically to remove the existing water mains and service lines, which would prohibit us from doing the street improvements project. Both the CDBG project, which we hope to find out on here in the next month, whether the city was funded. We expect it to be funded, but we won't know for sure until CDBG comes back and lets us know. The project area includes Warren Street, Newman Street, Blanson Street, William Street, White, Oak, Hickory, Smith, and Green. I've also included on the back of y'all's handout a current master plan map for the streets. I know it's been a while probably since y'all have seen this, and we've done a couple of projects since then and have a couple of projects pending. So I just wanted to give y'all an update on where we stand as far as the master plan. I mean, whenever we passed the tax, we intended to pay over all of the streets within 10 years, which was the tax, the life of the tax, sales tax. So this will give you an update on where we stand as of right now. Do you want to move on to the next item? Because the next item on the agenda has to do with this 2011 utilities. First off, is there any questions based on what I've covered so far?
You can go ahead and discuss that.
All right. The next item on the list is approving the authorization for bids for the utilities portion of the street improvements project. Are there any questions about any of that?
questions on the resolution? What is your pleasure?
I'll make a motion that we pass the resolution on the movement.
It has been properly moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
Properly moved and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, you have that same right. Let the record reflect that it's unanimously approved. Thank you very much. Let's say Adam McConathy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
As you guys may have been able to surmise, I'm here to talk about text messaging and driving. What I'm here to offer or ask is really quite simple. Ask the council to approve a measure that would allow my company, Advertising, to erect these signs at locations within the city limits at no cost to the city. And we will be able to defray that cost by having this little provided by sign right there at the bottom. If there's any questions about that, please feel free to ask. But that's the concept and the proposition, quite simple.
What expense to the city would it be?
None. They're all expensive. The erection of the sign and upkeep of the signs.
Where will all these signs be put?
We have actually driven through. I mean, there's several locations. We estimate that it would be approximately 30 signs in and around the city limits. The list of city, mainly coming to the major thoroughfare, Highway 15, on both sides of it, where the motorists are kind of coming to the major thoroughfares and get an opportunity to be made aware that they should not be text messaging and driving. I've provided some statistics in your packet as far as what the what's going on, especially with the teens and things like that for your reading. If you have some questions about it, that's fine. Any other?
What is the legal ramifications of council?
If you don't mind, I can interject something on that. We have actually put these signs up, 20 of them, in fact, in the city of Rayville. And the contract that we used also included in the packet. We went back and forth with Billy Coleman, actually reviewed it and signed off on it as it being proper, the contract with the city of Rayville. And that's what I've included, same verbiage. But, internally, I don't know what the legal ramifications of the city would be.
Council, we need to look at this and determine that before we make a decision.
I would think so. That's so quick to do. And also, I checked with the chief on it and as well as Skipper.
You guys need to postpone until a later date.
That would be my suggestion. You table it, take time to look into it.
Okay.
What about locations or proposed locations? Would that be something that we need to give you?
We'll need to see a layout of where you plan on.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Perfect. Okay. Any other questions?
Do you work for Sparks, Nissan, Kia?
No, sir. It's, that's just an example. They actually bought some of the signs that we placed in the city of Rayville. If you drove through the city, you'd actually see several of them that would say that. If you get a chance to drive through Rayville, you can see some of them that are actually up.
Like that's something we need.
Yeah.
Well, that's you we'll look at all that information, but I'd like to check with the chief and also Skipper and have a little time to study that.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll check back with you maybe next month or the next few weeks.
That would be fine.
Get us something showing us where you're trying to put all the
location, let the council get that.
Yeah, sure. What would be an acceptable format for that? I could put it on like a Google map, but do you guys have an actual city limits map? The reason that the city limits are so important, you guys have the jurisdiction over that, and I don't want to infringe on any parish road or state road, which it would not be on. It would be only on city roads. So if like a Google map style format is acceptable to you, I can thumbtack the proposed locations. Okay.
And you work for who?
I work for myself. I mean, I'm an independent insurance agent, and I have this pet project. I'd like, to see, more awareness out there about people text messaging and driving. It's getting to be a dangerous concern. Because nearly 20% of accidents are caused by mobile phone device use.
Adam, I think it's a great idea. I think that it can only act as a safety valve.
Oh, yes, sir. I do appreciate that. And, I mean, we're in the right spot on it. And if there's any concern about who might be advertising on it, obviously local business people here in Lynchburg certainly have an opportunity to do that. And we're very sensitive to it. I understand completely.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's everything. I will check back with the mayor's office, and I'll get you the information you requested. Contract, I'll get to you, sir. I'll get you that. Thank you.